In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, we, the human being, we are found thinking, we keep thinking for most of the time, and we keep planning that I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to do that. This should happen, this should happen, this I like and love this thing to happen, to take place, so that my life could become better and more pleasant one, and also that this should not happen at all because this is something which I don't like and I don't like at all. I don't tolerate it. I don't assimilate it. I cannot assimilate it. I cannot absorb it, and I definitely this will spoil my mood, my pleasure, and all that. Dear friends, this is a kind of situation and a kind of circumstances, you know, every now and then happening in our life, and every time we find something which we wanted to stop, but it did happen, we become very upset, unhappy, sad, and uh, we keep brooding, why did this happen, it shouldn't have happened at all. And if at all something we were so eager, so desperate to happen, but it fails to happen now, my dear friends, once it does happen, again we become very upset, very unhappy at the same time. But we remain sad for some of the time. We fail to understand that if at all it didn't happen according to my wishes, according to my desire, then it did happen according to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whatever happened because of the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is good inside it for me, and there is always something pleasant, beneficial, useful, important for something, something for me, for my life, for my happiness, for my success, and for my being a victorious and a winner person, my dear friends and fellows. I am of the view that if at all we want to become a wise person, everyone else wants to have a wisdom. And if at all we want to become a wise person, and obviously everybody will like to become a wise person, nobody will like to become an unwise person. So how can we become one? How can we become one? I think that we need to find the good in everything else. We need to take a benefit out of whatever happens. Either if at all it does happen according to our own wishes and desires, we need to learn, we need to gain, and we need to take certain advantages out of it. And if at all we wanted to stop something but it did happen again, there are certain opportunities, there are certain avenues of opportunities, of things we like. Apparently this is something which we don't like, happening of one thing and it doesn't have, if and not happening of another thing. Apparently this is not in our interest at all, and this is what we don't like. But actually there are certain hidden opportunities beneath it, there are certain hidden benefits beneath it. But now it's our responsibility to explore, to find it out, and so that we could become a wise person, we could become an intelligent person, we become a prudent one, and we could start gaining the advantages, we start taking advantage of whatever does happen, whatever doesn't happen. That is prudence and that is wisdom. Why? Because we believed that it did happen because of the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whatever has happened because of the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is a plenty of good in it, whether we are able to understand it or we are unable to understand. In both of these cases, there is plenty and plenty of good in it. It is my and your responsibility simply to find it out, simply to explore it, and simply to, it is like a mining. If at all we are mining the precious stones somewhere else, and something unpleasant happens apparently, like the bad weather, like the falling of the rock, and anything like, like the dust storm, whatever does happen, apparently it happened because, and we became so uneasy and uncomfortable, and our work apparently stopped. But actually, the forces of the world, the forces of the nature and the nation, these have come to our help. And now it's my responsibility, it is your responsibility, because the precious stones are spread everywhere else now. The precious stones have been, the dust has been removed from the precious stone, and we are in a far better position to find, to pick, to spot, to find, to pick, and to, collect, all that. Likewise, if something which we wanted to stop, and which we wanted to do, but it didn't happen according to our wishes, actually it means that a sort of different circumstances has been created by nature, by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to find, to spot, to find, and to explore the nice and the important things. Here in this case, we can find the very good ideas, certain things which were otherwise very hard to conceive, but now these have become conceivable. We have conceived those things, and the conception of those certain ideas, it actually mean nothing lesser than a precious stones, and it is nothing lesser than the finding of an opportunity at all. So finding an opportunity that goes right into my interest, into your interest, into the interest of all. On the one hand, from now onward, we should make a commitment with we ourselves and with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. We need to make a kind of commitment that if at all something doesn't happen according to my own desire, so I will be happy and I will not become sad at all. Rather, I shall try to find certain opportunities inside that, those opportunities which can make me, which can take me to the heights. Those it will work like the stairs, and we will be able to find the stairs to climb up to our destination. And it will somehow, it will help us conceive an idea which will work like a key to open, to unlock the doors which are important for us to unlock, to benefit us, to take us forward, to make us a happy and a successful person. So if at all, let's change our attitude, and let's change the way we think. Thank you.